Because one of your guys told me, save it, save one. The other one's not. Oh, my God.
It's not.
Did a nice job.
Not bad. Please rise.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Laconia District Court is in session. The Honorable Cindy Sadler presiding.
All right, good morning. I'll read the complaint. Sure.
Miss Ancrum, Sharon Ancrum, the New Hampton Police Department filed a Class B misdemeanor complaint alleging false inspection or registration sticker on June 4, 2009 on New Hampshire Route 104 in New Hampton, New Hampshire, that you knowingly possess an unofficial inspection sticker with the intent to defraud or facilitate a fraud to wit the said defendant Sharon Ancrum having in her possession an unofficial blue number 11 New Hampshire inspection sticker. They filed another Class B misdemeanor dated June 4th, 2009 for false inspection or registration sticker that you knowingly possess and display an unofficial state of New Hampshire inspection sticker with the intent to defraud or facilitate a fraud to wit the said defendant Sharon Ancrum drove a certain motor vehicle, a black 1994 Mazda pickup truck bearing New Hampshire registration 2761457 upon a public way in New Hampshire on Route 104 in the town of New Hampton, New Hampshire, while displaying an unofficial state of New Hampshire inspection sticker. The third Class B misdemeanor alleges suspended registration dated June 4th, 2009 on New Hampshire Route 104 in New Hampton, New Hampshire, knowingly drove a certain motor vehicle, a 1994 Mazda pickup truck, color black, bearing New Hampshire registration 2761457 upon a public way in New Hampshire on Route 104 in the town of New Hampton, New Hampshire, after your registration had been suspended by the Director of Motor Vehicles on March 28, 2009 for default out of the Manchester District Court. The last complaint alleges a fugitive from justice, a governor's warrant, which is a felony, dated June 4th, 2009, that after committing a crime in another state, Rhode Island, for failing to appear in the Providence County Court for the charge of embezzlement in violation of the laws of the state of Rhode Island, and is now within the state of New Hampshire and is liable under the United States Constitution to be delivered on demand of the governor of Rhode Island and to be removed to the said state.
All right, Ms. Ancrum, I understand that you're not feeling very well this morning, so why don't you stay seated so that you can be more comfortable. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain the procedure to you a little bit so that you understand what's going on. The fugitive from justice warrant from Rhode Island is going to be delivered to the state of New Hampshire. The state of Rhode Island has a certain amount of time to extradite you back there to face those proceedings. If they haven't done it within the next 30 days, you'll be back in court talking about your eligibility for bail. Right now on this charge, you're not eligible for bail, and because it's a felony, I'm not going to enter a plea on your behalf. What I'd like to know from you is whether you would like me to assign a lawyer to represent you in the fugitive proceedings to look into the validity of the warrant and contest any proceedings on your behalf. Would you like me to do that? Sure. Ms. Ankrum, would you like a certain amount of time to think about that and you can notify us? Okay, and that way you can talk to your family and other people about what you'd like to, how you'd like to proceed? Great. Would you be able to make that decision by next Wednesday? Great, excellent, let's do that. All right, I'm gonna talk to the prosecutor for a few minutes and then I'll get back to you, all right? Right. Attorney Carroll? Oh.
No, excuse me, Officer Cunningham.
Oh, okay. Well, either one of you,
Well, yes.
somebody stand up, tell me what's going on.
Judge, I think the court has established no bail on the fugitive. We'd be asking for PR bail along the balance of the charges. And we have spoken to the chief of police who's communicating with Rhode Island. They are indeed willing to come and extradite. That's been ascertained. I've also indicated to them that they are to meet to engage themselves in obtaining that governor's warrant ASAP.
Okay. All right, thank you. Ms. Ankrum, the prosecutor has asked that I set personal recognizance bail on the charges that are pending other than the fugitive charge, and I will certainly do that. That just means that if you're eligible for release, that you would just have to sign a bail bond, pay I think $30 or $40, and you'd be eligible for release. So I'm going to have the clerk note that we will hear from you or a representative from you on your decision regarding your attorney, and we will proceed from there. Do you understand all this, ma'am? All right. Okay, that will be the court's order. I will issue the bail, PR bail on the misdemeanors and the other charges, and then we will make sure that we get you back in here within the next 30 days or so to make sure that if Rhode Island hasn't gotten you, that we need to talk about what your status should be after that.
Your Honor, do I have a right to extradition hearing?
You do. I mean, what we do is we would assign a lawyer to represent you to look into the validity of the warrant, whether it's complied with all the rules, and to contest you being brought back to Rhode Island. And so, yes, in fact, you are. But that's why I need to establish whether you want an attorney or not. You know, so.
If I can get access to a law library, I could be able to represent myself pro se, but I would need access to a law library. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if they have
I
that
don't know
access.
if they do at Belknap, so.
Yeah. And certainly on if I were presiding here, which it may most likely would not be me, I would want you to have standby counsel just
That's
to
fine.
help direct you.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm denying your right to represent yourself, but I want somebody to be able to make sure that everything is being investigated
I
to
understand.
protect your rights, okay? Great, all right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Judge.